Gen Z, if you're listening, you don't know what we're talking about.
Welcome back to Dumb and Broke. I'm Chelsea.
And I'm Bryan. And please welcome my sister, Nia.
Hi. Round of applause.
Thank you for having me.
This is so exciting. First sibling on the pod, and it happens to be mine. But we'll have yours soon enough.
Soon enough.
It's so exciting for you to be here. I mean, not just on the podcast, but for you to be here
In New York.
In New York,
Yeah,
because this is Nia's first time in New York, which is kind of wild for not to air your age out, but a 32-year-old American who's never been to New York. It's kind of wild.
It's not very American of me, is it?
Right? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys have to check out Times Square.
Oh, we will.
That's the plan.
Chelsea was kidding, but we have plans.
No, kind of kidding,
Yeah.
but yes.
It is a place that you have to go to if you've never been to New York.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
You kind of have to be a tourist in New York for your first time.
Right. And I mean, who is anyone to even say that? Because they've probably seen it.
Yeah.
It's not like they haven't seen it and they're like, ew, no,
Yeah.
I would never.
So we've been
Everybody's
here-
seen it.
She's been here for how many days now?
A few days. Last Thursday?
Is New York like what you thought it was going to be?
For the most part, yes. But the walking.
Girl, you're going to get your steps in.
Oh, yeah. My calves, they are calving. They are working.
Not liking walking kind of just runs in the family.
No.
It is enjoyable, but when you're almost forced to do it, we even have to walk 10 minutes just to get to the subway. It's not just
True.
right there.
Do you guys have the same walking pace, or does he also yell at you for running?
No.
No.
Honestly, I think she's slower than me.
Well, I'm also enjoying and I'm looking around.
Right,
too at
right,
the
right,
same
right,
time,
right,
but
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But compared to you, I'm tiny.
Yeah. Sure.
Shots fired.
I meant shorter.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, she's been here for a few days. We've done a lot of eating. Most people, they come to New York. They're like, I really want to check out the museums, and I really want, to see the Empire State Building. No.
I mean, yes, Empire State Building, sure, but it doesn't fill my stomach.
So Nia lives in Lebanon, and we'll get to that in a second. But so some things that she doesn't have in Lebanon, she really wanted. And the first thing was Wingstop. So
Respect.
she literally landed at 8:30 a.m. And by the time we got home, it was around 11 a.m. We had Wingstop delivered to my apartment at noon. And it was a full feast.
It's lunchtime.
Right.
I didn't land at 8 and eat Wingstop at 8, but I totally would have. In the morning, I
Yeah,
would've.
you also did an international. What is time really after an international flight?
It's true. It's true. I mean, it was what? It must have been, it was dinner time for you.
Yeah, 8 a.m. here would be in 3 p.m. over there.
Yeah.
So technically you missed lunch.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we make up for it.
Yeah.
Right.
And we made up for it.
We did. She had me trying things that you're a Wingstop girlie, right?
Unbeatable ranch.
Oh, she
French
doesn't-
fries. You don't like the ranch?
I'm not into ranch, period, but I did try it.
Okay.
Controversial
I see-
opinion.
Oh,
Ranch.
yeah. No, I'm a picky eater, so I can't
Sure.
really say. I know what I like. The cheese sauce, yes.
Yeah.
Ranch, I did try it. I can see why people like it, but I just can't go full throttle. Into,
Yeah.
She
That's
loves it
fair.
for us. But
Yeah.
That's fair. That's great for you. Yeah.
cheese sauce. Oh,
I've never had the cheese sauce.
Oh, really? It's like a jalapeno.
I will be adding that to the rotation.
But the reason why you wanted it so bad is because of social media, right?
Oh yeah, TikTok totally made a whole fantasy about it. They just make it so good. But it's
people
been so
reviewing
long.
it.
Yeah.
On
Wait,
TikTok.
had you not had Wingstop before?
I think when we were young, but it was more Wings Plus growing up than Wingstop. I can't remember the last time.
Just
Oh, so you were just influenced
Oh, yeah.
for Wingstop.
Yeah.
Oh.
TikTok did its work. Did its job.
It always does.
Wingstop is a national franchise. Wings Plus is just a local thing.
Right.
So
I
it's not
remember
even...
us going to Wings Plus
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah.
Wingstop, of course, I've heard about, but I didn't know it was this good.
Yeah.
Like-
For some reason, I had never really eaten a lot of Wingstop until I moved to New York,
Oh,
which I had it in my hometown. I just didn't go there.
yeah,
Yeah.
like we're crying for it in Lebanon. Like, really? We're waiting.
And then the other thing that she really wanted, because she doesn't have it in Lebanon, is Taco Bell. So she's like,
That I can totally see.
we'll talk
Yeah.
we'll talk about that more later. But so I'm sure people are probably like, whoa, she lives in Lebanon? Why? How?
So I moved there almost 6 years ago, about 6 years ago, with my husband, and we have kids. And we just started a life there. He's originally a Lebanese. So
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's an important piece of the information.
Yeah. We didn't just like one day, oh, wait.
Yeah.
No, that's right. He's originally Lebanese. And we went over there and just started a life there.
Yeah. I can't. Yeah. You've been there since like the end of 2017.
Yeah.
It's been a
And-
long time.
So, yeah, over
Yeah.
6 years.
But you come like once a year.
I've been to the States at least once per year.
Yeah. But yeah, so my nephews, they're so adorable. They're going to be what, 5 and 3 soon?
Yes.
That's also wild.
Yeah.
It makes me sad because I've seen them individually, because it's hard for her to travel with 2 toddlers. But I've gotten a chance to meet them, but individually, I never got to see them interact with one another. But
Yeah.
they're so adorable.
I was just away this weekend with my family in Texas, and I got to see my nephews. My sister has 5, 3, and 2 now.
Oh.
And yeah, God bless you. They're so cute and like lovable, but like boys are crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Boys are crazy.
The energy is the moment they wake up until they sleep.
And you're just like we had to like go in zones where they're just, if there's anything on the counter, anything, it's like, oh, what's this? Toss.
Yeah.
Over and over. They're crazy.
Yeah.
Austin is like in this phase where he keeps asking questions, right?
Oh, yeah. Everything is questionable. It's always, why? But why?
Which
Like-
probably really makes you think about some stuff. And you're like,
I'm even like, I don't know why. It just is. But
Google.
you need to
Like, why is the sky blue? Like, the sky's blue. Why?
But why?
Wow.
Some
I
people-
don't know. Why is the sky blue?
that is an existential question that I don't know the answer to.
Okay. I don't even know if I'm interested to know, really. But
I might Google.
yeah.
But, no,
But,
he's very clever. Very, very clever.
Yeah.
A little too smart for his own good.
Kids are really surprising. But Chelsea and I have kind of like had opinions, conversations right here on this very podcast about kids and parents. I mean, not like bad ones. I feel like I'm like making it sound like we talk shit. But one thing that just, one of the opinions I remember that came to mind is in a recent episode, we talked about parents who post pictures of like their babies, but like blur the baby's faces out. Like, why post the kid? Like, you know what I mean?
Like, do you mean just posting the kid by itself, or like a family picture and the child is with them?
It's usually the kid's never by
Usually
itself.
like a group.
It's a group, or the mom is holding the baby or something, and like they blur the face, like,
It is like privacy wise.
and they're not like famous or anything.
Yeah.
They're like they have 400 followers.
I mean, but child predators are a real thing, so like I can see that. But I mean, I'm sorry, no offense, if you're not famous, I don't think you're really the person that anyone's gonna come after. I don't know. Now the whole
Nobody cares about your kid.
basically.
Yeah.
the blunt way to put it.
did that
yeah.
ever cross your mind? Like, oh, let me blur the face before I
No.
post it? Yeah.
No.
And your babies are cute.
Yeah. And if you come after them, I'm gonna come after you.
I could understand why someone would
She's
want
like,
to take them.
Don't mistake this. I am a mean bitch.
Like Mama
If
Bear to
needed.
the fullest.
Yeah.
Like, do not no.
Yeah, so we've had all of these opinions about kids, but we've actually never had a mom on the podcast to like
Right? Like,
get actual feedback.
Yeah.
like I didn't go back into the archives, but I'm pretty sure we haven't had a parent on the podcast, right?
Right.
Yeah. So we're making history today.
Wow.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You live a completely different life than us. Like,
Yes.
I do not have to worry about a single thing, really, like, other than myself.
True.
She's like, okay, are you bragging?
Yeah.
Like
Kinda, honestly. I'm kind of bragging. But, like, I'm sure it's rewarding. I'm sure there's.
I love the sarcasm behind that. I love it.
I mean,
No, it is. I mean, it's hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard as fuck, but it is rewarding.
yeah, I can only imagine like a child that is yours, like
It's the purest form of love.
yeah, them saying mama, daddy, whatever, and like cuddling on you, saying I love you, like it's got to be really, really nice.
Have
So-
you ever been hugged by a fresh baby, or just like had a fresh baby in your arms
Stop
that
saying
falls
fresh,
asleep?
baby.
I mean, I have
They're like
fresh out the womb.
fresh out the womb. It like you're like, wow,
Yeah,
this is crack.
and
I don't think I have actually. I don't think I've ever held like a fresh baby. Yeah.
I mean, our nephew, he was like a month or so old.
Yeah. Is that fresh?
Yeah, it's pretty fresh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I've held
He's
a fresh.
clean, but
I would say up to a year is still pretty fresh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure
Until
what you meant.
they're mobile, walking around.
yeah.
I thought you
yeah.
meant right out the vagine.
No, I've never done that either.
I've never delivered a baby.
Every single one of my nieces and nephews, I've just taken fresh out, held.
Anyways.
No, it is a purest form. Like, it is amazing.
Yeah.
But they test you. The newborn stage, it's hard, the lack of sleep. But then when they are mobile and then they start talking, it tests your patience.
Well, and you have to, I would assume you have to really watch the things that you say at that point.
Oh my gosh.
Because, I mean, they can repeat things back and you're like, shit.
Literally,
I can't even be
I will
mad, 'cause, like,
literally be
that's
saying
me.
shit. I'm doing something on my own, and I have one of them behind me. I'm like, fuck this shit. Like, I can't get this. And then I hear a little, fuck this shit. No! You cannot say this. And then you're getting looked up at, like, well, you said it.
Why?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then you have children that are learning 2 languages, so they're cursing in 2 languages, and they are cursing in 2 languages.
Do you know Lebanese?
Yes.
Nice.
Not
Arabic.
fluent, yeah. But it's actually correct. Arabic, it's a language, but in Lebanon, it's Lebanese Arabic. The way they, their own slang, they're different. So she's actually correct about that. And a lot of people will say, like, do you speak Lebanese? Because Lebanese know that Arabic and Lebanese are different. Just like from any other country, Syrians, Egyptians, for example, they speak Arabic, but it's different dialect and slang. So she was correct.
We're getting a cultural lesson here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome.
I feel like you've corrected me before when I've said that, so you're just being nice to Chelsea. Anyways, I guess let's talk about Lebanon a little bit because I feel like probably most people that watch the podcast are Americans, and let's face it, we're not the wise.
Ignorant.
Yeah, we're a little ignorant. We know all about America, but we know nothing about outside of America. So I'm sure a lot of people even like probably heard, oh, she lives in Lebanon, like that in the Middle East. It must be
They're Googling, where is Lebanon?
that part. Yeah, yeah.
Or if they know, they hear Middle East and
Right.
they're not thinking the nicest things.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So like, I mean, what's it like there? Like,
When you're there, you don't feel like you're in the Middle East
Right.
or whatever that. I don't even know what that's supposed to feel like. Yeah, there's like a difference in like your views. You have the mountain and the beach. How often do you get that? Unless maybe
oh, you meant like literal views.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like political views or something.
Yeah. Oh, that's a whole different other
Yeah, we don't even have to go there.
We don't need to go there.
We'll toss that.
To the side.
Yeah.
But no, you're there, like you walk around like the people, they're human beings like you and me. But you know, the hospitality there, I will say, is like the best that I've ever experienced, anywhere I've been. I'm not so well traveled, but I've traveled. And they're like the best people. That's what makes it like such a small, it's not the richest country, but they make it rich, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Aw.
amazing. They really are. I've never felt like, American. Like, you know, they've never made you feel, if anything, you're not from here. They want to make you more comfortable. Then, like, you've experienced here, like, in America, like, if you're not speaking English, they can make you feel like you're dumb or not worthy in a way. I have seen that. And
Yeah.
I've never felt that a single time living there.
That is nice.
That is
Yeah.
really nice.
One of the first questions that a lot of people ask me when I tell them that my sister lives in Lebanon, like, is it like a full Muslim country? And I think I learned from you that like it's actually like half Muslim and half.
It's almost, I could be incorrect, but I think it's like a 51%, like, so almost half and half.
Christian
And Muslim, yes, Christian
right.
and Muslim, yes.
Right. So like I don't know, fun fact, you know.
Yeah.
Take that with you to your next trivia night. You
And
know?
I think there's even like 2% of a Jewish community there too, as well.
There you go.
Yeah, there's a temple and everything. So as far as Middle East goes in the countries, sure, there's a lot of other countries that are more Muslim based, but this is more diverse
Yeah.
in it, you know.
Yeah, and she lives in Beirut, so it's like a kind of like a big city, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a major city.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I learned a lot just from her being there. I unfortunately have not made it out there. Well, one, it kind of makes more sense for you to come because you have more people to see.
To visit and everything.
But the one time I tried to go, I was trying to go last year. I booked my ticket like in September, and then not to bring it up, but October 7th happened, and of course, like I think anyone would agree that they probably wouldn't want to travel to that side of the world during that time. Like I was supposed to be going in November or December, so like it was just
it was so soon after, and not knowing what was gonna follow. Of course, it makes sense like to go that way. If anything, we're supposed to be leaving. To,
right.
You know.
So,
but thank God nothing has happened.
Yeah.
You know, to us, anyways.
Yeah, I'm sure that's probably something else people are wondering. Like, do you feel safe? Yeah,
I do. You don't feel anything really going on, even though, to be honest, right now there is in south of Lebanon. There's a lot, things that are going on, and unfortunately, there has been people wounded and killed. But where we are, we're like 2 hours or so away. We don't feel it, and Lebanese people, they're very prideful too. So they don't want to leave their country until like they really feel they need to. And I know our family, when we feel it, we will go. But as of right now, people are living their life. They're working. They're partying. The clubs are full.
Like Lebanon's like known for their nightclubs.
Oh yeah.
I've like seen TikToks about that. Like top 10 nightclubs in the world, and Beirut like party. Is always on that list.
They can party, yes, and it's fun,
and that's why they're so happy.
Yeah. They don't let like work get in the way. Okay, you're working during the week, you go to work, but later at night you're sitting at the cafes, you're smoking the hookah, playing cards, eating. Everybody wants to like live every day. It doesn't matter if it's a Monday or Tuesday. That doesn't stop them. So,
we should take a note.
Yeah,
I should really take a note.
I read something. I think it was on LinkedIn that like the 4-day work week is coming sooner than we think, and it's coming sooner than like employers want to admit. And I'm like, okay. I'm here for it. Yeah. I don't know if that necessarily would apply to your career.
I would have to create my own 4-day work week, but I'm open to it.
Yeah, I sure as hell
If my clients aren't working on Friday, then why should I be?
Right.
Would you rather have a Tuesday through Friday or a Monday through Thursday?
I don't know. Honestly, I'll take either one. Honestly.
I think like Monday through Thursday, those are like better work days. You get more.
It does sound. Friday.
Like, what are you really doing on Friday anyway?
True. But then Thursday is just going to become the Friday, right?
True.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
I don't know who came up with like a 2-day weekend in the first place. Because whoever you are, fuck you.
Seriously.
First of all. Second of all, even 4 days is a little excessive. Because if we're talking about 32 hours of work, they want you to work for 32 hours. Who's doing 32 hours of work a week?
Yeah.
Max? Well, I mean, I kind of am. But max, I think, like in an office, a corporate setting, you're doing
3.
I was going to say 5. Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you're in an office, you're mingling. There's so much like time in between the work,
You're there for what, 8 or 9 hours technically? Why?
Yeah.
Right. And I think the actual days are just like times when you need to be accessible.
Right.
But like, are you actually working?
Mm-hmm. Like 8 to 5 or like 9 to 6, like that's the whole day. Like I could do so much.
Right. I remember just like twiddling my thumbs in the office days. Like I was like, really? It felt like being at school and you're waiting for that clock to, the bell to ring and you're like, I'm free. I was 5 o'clock. I'm out the door.
Yeah.
Maybe 5:01 if I wanted to, be an overachiever. But like
4:59.
Honestly. Yeah.
Speaking of which, we're clocked out. But I have some questions. So you guys are siblings.
Yeah.
As we've said.
Yeah. Unless our parents lied to us, but they're not here so they can tell us.
Oh.
I will say, do you also make dead parent jokes?
No, she doesn't.
Not as much, but the dark humor, it can be there.
Yeah.
Kind of cover it up, but it's sensitive for sure. But like that's always been Bryan. Like
yeah.
Not the most emotional or sensitive type.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm an emotional and sensitive person. I get what you mean, though. I'm not the most.
It takes the right type of people to bring that out.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay. Well, we'll piggyback off that. What was Bryan like as a kid?
Gay as fuck.
Did you always know that he was gay?
It was always like I don't want to say always because I didn't question it. That was my brother, so it didn't matter to me. But he did get a little bullied, and I was the protective older sister. That's for sure. I think I fought 2 guys for you.
At the same time?
Not at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Separate times.
She did. She kicked the guy in the balls.
Yeah.
Who, I think I told the story. I'll let you speak. But we were getting off the school bus. It was elementary school. And some guy said, "Silly faggot, dicks are for chicks." Just kind of funny. but no, he said that. But then he also put, like, I was walking, like I wasn't even facing him.
You put something on your backpack. Like
No, he shoved me. He pushed me.
Okay, you're right.
And you were there. Like, I couldn't even defend myself. I didn't know what was happening. He shoved me. He snuck me. So she beat him up.
He deserved it.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
He for sure did. Anyone that has ever met my fist actually deserved it.
Great.
Yeah.
But no, we were so close in age that everything we did was together, whether it was me with Barbie dolls or playing, kicking the ball outside. So it was not a question of being, gay or anything like that. You did cheerleading, and I thought, okay, there was other guys on the team, too. Someone needs to lift the girls up. The girls are not going to do it. So I never really...
They were. The girls were doing it. There's only me and one other guy.
Yeah. But, I mean, when you think about it, the men, the strength naturally... In a way, especially then, we're little kids at that time. So
but yeah, we're only a year and a half apart.
Yeah.
So we shared a lot of the same friends, but yeah, I used to play Barbies with her, and yeah, I loved it.
So I
loved it.
When we're that young, we have innocent minds. You don't think we're not. Nothing is. Why are we sexualizing things the way they do now? But so no, I guess in high school it could be, but it's his time. It will be on his time if he's gonna come out, and yeah. But I'm not oblivious. Did the thought come to my mind? Yeah. Am I gonna ask him about it? No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't I can't even think of obviously we used to bicker and fight and we actually
candles thrown. Remotes
that was going to be my next question. What were your fights about?
Oh, they were.
I would say you're consistent. What did he do to annoy you, and what did she do to annoy you?
We used to throw down though.
Yeah, I think just what annoyed us is just we spent a lot of time with each other.
Yeah.
So when you do that, little things, you're just gonna get annoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we had to
your breathing annoys me.
A lot of time we had to share a bathroom, so it was get the fuck out of the bathroom.
Yeah.
I remember one time. This was we were really young, so it must have been end of elementary school, early middle school. We dial up. You remember dial up days?
Mm-hmm.
Gen Z, if you're listening, you don't know what we're talking about. Exactly. Google dial up and then come back to the podcast. But so when you had dial up internet, you couldn't use the phone at the same time. But that actually has nothing to do with it. We used to have kind of a schedule. So she would have it from 6 to 7 p.m. and I would have it from 7 to 8 p.m. And I remember it was my turn. So it was 7:01 and I was okay, Nia, get up. And you were 1 second and you were still going. And another 2 minutes come by and you still didn't get up. So I just grabbed her by her hair and yanked her off the chair. We were vicious to each other. She brought up a candle 20 seconds ago. She threw a candle, chucked it right at my face. I was gushing blood down my face. It was just okay. And
whatever was in front of me was being thrown, and it was a candle at that moment.
And then 15 minutes later, are you hungry? You know what I mean? It was just yeah, we're very close. We've always been really close.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, still to this day, that's my best friend.
Yeah.
To anyone that I talk about. Yeah.
Aww.
And
that's so sweet.
I was gonna say she's as many fights as we've gotten into, she's never thrown in my face. Before I came out, it was never. It's low hanging fruit. It's an easy thing to be oh, you're so gay, or you're acting like a girl, or something along those lines that is basically saying you're gay. I don't think you've ever said anything like that.
No. I never thought this way. Like, it's just
Right.
no. It's just like a nasty thing to like even think about. Like, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but like I'm good-hearted, and so,
Yeah.
like my intentions are always pure. Again, don't confuse that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like family, like no, I'm not trying to actually hurt your feelings. Like for real, for real. In the moment, maybe I want to, bust your nose a bit, but with the
Right.
candle.
But that can be repaired.
Exactly, your heart, like that's it's a tough one.
Yeah.
So no, I never I'm not like throwing jabs. Like I don't want to like break our relationship for good. Just momentary.
Yeah. Just break your jaw. And she was a feisty little girl, teenager.
The middle child syndrome, is that
Yeah.
what it's called?
Right.
Oh,
She's
respect.
Yeah, she's a middle child, but you were so different as a kid / teenager. Like she was a bad girl. Like she would get into fights with people that were not me, and she was rebellious. She would like talk back to the teachers.
See, I feel like these are all of the stories that I've gotten about you before you came. And then I walk in the door and Nia's like, oh my gosh, I haven't been able to give you a hug yet. Gave me a hug. And I was like, wait, she's so sweet.
She is, and she's always been that too. But I think now, like, she's definitely way more sweet than. I don't think she has to show her bitchy side. There's not as many opportunities for her to have to do that.
You've
grow
weeded
up.
those people out. Yeah.
That too. And you grow up. Like, that's the whole part of growing up. Like, yes, we already kind of mentioned it. I am in my 30s. If I'm going to act like a 15-year-old at, like, 32, like, that's just sad.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really sad. So, no, I grew up.
Yeah, she's always been like the nice sibling. She's the sweet one. Like honestly, like too sweet. I think at times. Like I would say it's sometimes annoying how nice she is. I said this the other day. My impression of Nia is we're at a restaurant and she's gonna order food. You're the server, okay? Ask me to.
What can I get you?
Yeah. I would like the cheeseburger, but please don't be mad. Like, I hope it's not too much, but like, can I please like not have it with lettuce? If it's okay, like if it is, like it's fine.
It's not okay.
And I'm exaggerating a little bit, but she does
A little bit.
a little bit. But she will be like,
Yeah.
if it's not too much, is it okay if I don't have the tomatoes? And it's like, bitch, just say, can I have the cheeseburger without tomatoes? That's how like, but you know what I mean? Like,
I don't like to inconvenience anyone.
Right.
Like, even though like work is work, but I'm not there to make you really work. I want you to enjoy your time at work or just anything.
yeah. That's a good way to put
But
it.
it's genuine. Like, I'm not like, it's just how I am.
Yeah. She will go out of her way
I'm
for people.
also kind of learning to be a little less of a people pleaser, or like, what did Taylor Swift say? Pathological people pleaser.
There you go. Ooh.
Wow. Swifty.
I'm
She-
also learning.
Yeah, we could talk about that too. But yeah.
But I am learning that because I have, and people bring it to my attention, Bryan being one of them, and just meeting people, making friends in Lebanon too. Like, you say sorry too much, and they're very warm and very kind, but they're also blunt, like to the point. And so I'm unlearning a few things. Like, there's a difference between being nice and a good person. This is a quote I've seen like on Instagram or whatever. Like, I'm not a nice person anymore. I'm a good person. The niceness you will get, you match energies.
Right.
Yeah.
And so there's a difference of that, because people do confuse niceness for weakness.
Mm-hmm.
And weak I am not.
Absolutely. Period.
Preach.
Yeah. Well, since you brought up Taylor Swift and we didn't have to do it, Nia, would you say I converted you into like becoming a little bit of a Swiftie?
You educated me.
I love that. Honestly, Taylor Swift should pay me. Like I have, what's the word? Not brainwash. That's not a good word.
Influence.
Influence.
Molded.
Yeah.
Is that a good word?
Endorsed?
Maybe. I think
Endorsed?
influence.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, influence is probably a good word. A few people that like listen to her now because I over explain her career and what her songs are about, but now you truly listen.
I was never a hater, of course not, but it was like, okay, she's on the radio, I'm gonna listen. There's a few other songs I'll listen on my own, but she was just another artist. I wasn't so invested. But the documentaries and my little Taylor Swift teacher over here.
Don't get me wrong. I've always loved Taylor Swift, but being your friend has amped that up a level. He will get to the point where if I have my headphones on and I pause it and it's not a Taylor Swift song, he's like, "Why are you not listening to Taylor Swift?"
There are other artists who other people make music.
Like shocked, like because you have some friends that are not fans. Like, how are you friends with them?
Yeah, I have some friends that are like haters, but like I mean, like that's a them problem, honestly.
Right. And they're comfortable with him just like relentlessly arguing his point.
And they all like support my addiction.
But how do you hate
Yeah.
Taylor Swift? Okay, you're not her, like the music or whatever you want to call it is not for you. Okay. How do you hate her out of all celebrities?
You don't have to like her, but you will respect her.
Yeah.
Yes.
And hate, that's a very, very strong
Yeah, I think people have too many emotions for celebrities. We've beat that subject with the fucking I don't know, something.
baseball bat.
Yeah. But so when Neo we were kind of like planning her trip here, like one of the things she really wanted to do was go to like a Taylor Swift dance party thing. She really wanted to go to the one on the boat, but like
when I
those
saw that,
happen,
That
you know,
looked like
only
so much fun.
ever so often. So one just didn't line up with this trip. So we found one and then it got canceled last minute and then Tegan ended up finding another one, but it wasn't the same. It wasn't like a dance floor. It was at a sports bar. In like the West Village. And it was a huge place, but it wasn't like dancing. It was like people just like sitting at benches and they were just playing Taylor Swift at a very high volume. And it was like a free event. And I think a lot of the people that were there didn't realize it was like a Taylor Swift night. So it was a lot of straight men, which is not usually the case.
But they ended up enjoying themselves. They just like, okay, I'm here already, so I'm gonna enjoy. They were dancing somewhere on the tables.
Thing is, everyone knows
Embracing it.
everyone knows a Taylor Swift song. It doesn't matter who
One
you-
way or another, you know it.
doesn't matter who you sleep with, you know a Taylor Swift song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Very true.
True.
Anyways,
And I mean, if you're consistently sleeping with straight women, you've definitely heard it. And you know some of the lore,
Yeah.
I'm sure. And if you don't,
You turn on the radio. Like,
Yeah.
Confused.
Let's be real.
we'll be seeing her in like a month. I can't wait. So should we just get into some controversial opinions?
yeah.
It's time.
I have one that kind of lines up with that. And maybe we have beat it with a baseball bat. But I think hating rich/famous people for just being rich/famous is strange.
Yeah. It is.
I think it's jealous behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's a lot of times we bring up these controversial opinions and it's the first time we hear them. So a lot of times the first words that come out of my mouth are thoughts I just came up with within the last 10 seconds. But people really hate billionaires.
Well, we have a weird association with like rich with evil.
Yes.
Like rich people aren't doing good things, or like it's selfish of them to have so much money.
Right.
Yeah.
When like we'd all do it.
Right.
I mean, we're also helping them. If you're watching them on TV, if you're buying their music or
going to their concerts.
yeah, you're supporting athletes, you're going to their games. I mean, you're also helping it. So let's, if they've done something bad, okay, that's a personality, that's a personal, a character thing. But because they make money, now do I think these people should be making this type of money in the first place? I've said this for so long. Like a musician, I'm not saying they don't deserve something, but why is you pick up a mic, you're singing, and you're making millions of dollars? Like how did like two
To be
plus
on the
two-
biggest platform.
or like a football player. Like, why are you making millions and millions of dollars a year? It's
Why
wild.
are not like is this? Maybe it's changing the subject completely, but like I feel like teachers or I know doctors make a lot of money, but how is a singer making more than a surgeon?
yeah.
That just like the money aspect of it. But I'm not hating like get
Yeah.
your dollar.
Yeah, it's like
but
where's the priority list on the impact on the
that's
world
always
kind of
confusing me.
thing.
I think I've said this for so long.
Yeah. But yeah, so like does that mean like if you do a more important job, does that equal more, like should that equal more money? Like should you be rewarded for more money? Like that's like I guess the moral question, right? But
yeah.
but I've always hear people hate billionaires and I've read a lot about it and I think it's because it does take a lot. Like $1 billion is a lot of money, and
Billion
it's
is a
like
lot of money.
so then you have to like dissect it. How did they get here? You know, I think a lot of like when it comes to musicians, when they make it to that status, it's more often than not because of the music. Music is probably like a small fraction. It's because of the makeup line, the clothing line, the
This is true.
you know everything else.
They built a brand.
They built a brand, and I think a lot of people have an issue with that because it's like, okay, now you're being greedy. Like I'm sure most musicians, their dream was to be a famous musician, not necessarily to sell a T-shirt. But then that just comes with it. So I understand it. You know what I mean? But since we're talking about Taylor Swift, she is the first billionaire musician that has made $1 billion solely on music because she doesn't sell things. I mean, she does have merch, but like for her concerts, but she doesn't have a makeup line. She doesn't have a clothing line. She doesn't do any of that. I had to throw that in there.
I do love that, but I don't even think that's messed up because even the artists that have, say, a makeup line, for example, like they're supporting an entire team of people. It's not like their idea, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this all by myself. Like they have a whole team of people that were probably like, oh, we could do this if you do a makeup line. Yeah, they are reaping the benefits, but like that's an entire team of people that have jobs because
It's
of
creating jobs.
right.
Like, some of the like artists, like I'm thinking makeup line, like I think Rihanna, I think Selena Gomez, which their makeup lines are amazing. It's like Top and Sephora. Like who knows? As a little girl, they always wanted to create their own like makeup brand, and they had the opportunity. Like I don't think I've never like thought that far into it because I don't. It's what they want to do, and you either support it or you
if
don't.
I'm rich and famous, I'm going to capitalize.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like
sorry to like interrupt. Also, like with Rihanna, she started the whole having a bunch of different like foundation shades, like the being like diverse with the shade matches.
Yeah.
And a lot of other like makeup lines, like the darkest shade is throwing shade to our dark beauty queens like out there, and
Right.
Rihanna really did that. Like
she did.
She had like meaning behind her line. So I just think like some people just they have a dream and they're able to do it. They can afford it.
Yeah.
So like why not? Why think deeper? I don't know.
Yeah, I think if that was like your dream as a kid to do that, like whatever. But every celebrity has a makeup line, and cool, they're employing people. But like, are you taking away an opportunity from like someone else who wasn't a musician or did not have a huge career making millions of dollars beforehand, who wanted to start their own makeup line? Like, is it taking away? I don't know the answer to that. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Because every celebrity has a makeup line. Every single pop girly has one, besides Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I will say on the edge of, I mean, that's kind of the same as like so many celebrities have a tequila brand
True.
or an alcohol brand.
It's just
Or
marketing.
They're getting into
It's
acting. Like they're branching off into many
yeah,
different things.
Yeah.
It's celebrityism.
Well, and honestly, maybe they're just bored. They're like, all right, checked that
True.
off. Next. Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of it is an easy cash grab for a lot of them, though. But like you said, I probably would
I'll keep
do
you
it
posted when we're rich and famous.
Yeah. When you all hate us because we're billionaires. All right, Nia, you were assigned homework just like any other guest would. What's your controversial opinion?
I think fast food topic. Taco Bell is the best fast food. Hands down.
Do you agree?
On the spot, it's hard to disagree. And this is going to sound embarrassing, but I love Taco Bell.
Okay.
Love Taco Bell. But I will also, if I'm looking at fast food and I'm like, I know that I'm going to order fast food. I know I'm not making anything for myself. But I'm like, what could be a healthier option? I'm like, it has beans in it. So I go with Taco Bell a lot.
You were saying that earlier.
It was actually, I think it was in 2018 that it was listed Taco Bell as the healthiest fast food chain.
Say less.
I think it can be, right? Like if you're
when
eating
you really think about it.
Yeah, if you're just eating like bean burritos and, you know, it's simple ingredients. Who knows what's actually in it, but yeah, I can understand why it would be the healthiest. I like Taco Bell, but I don't know if I would say I would agree it's the best. I think like it's hard to beat McDonald's. the versatility, because I think with a lot of the fast food places, I get the same thing every time. Whereas like McDonald's, I switch it up a bit, you know? Sometimes I'm feeling a nugget. Sometimes I want a Big Mac. You know, sometimes I want a quarter pounder. Sometimes I want the Filet-O-Fish. Controversial.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And I'm also going to follow that up with another controversial opinion. I think McDonald's nuggets are garbage. I think they are so trash.
Wow.
The amount of times I have been into one and not know what the hell is in between that. Yeah, no.
Yeah, she has like she doesn't like textured, like certain textures.
Rubbery,
So sometimes
whatever,
They are so weird.
Yeah.
I really like them. I think they're really good.
Yeah, I'm not a nugget gal.
Wow.
I'll get nuggets from Wendy's. But
Oh, those are really good.
They
Yeah.
are.
I think Wendy's is like a
top tier.
silent killer. You know what I mean?
It's so true. People don't talk about Wendy's
People
enough.
sleep
and
on
it is
Wendy's.
So good. Wait, I might have to, change my no.
We grew up on Wendy's.
We really those Saturday afternoons.
Yeah,
my
with
mom and dad
yeah,
came over.
our grandparents. Yeah.
Jinx, you owe me a soda.
Yeah, we would go to Wendy's every Saturday with our
A
grandparents.
spicy chicken sandwich.
Yeah, I still order that to this day. Might get one later.
Wow. Are we
Yeah.
all doing
Yeah,
Wendy's?
yeah. I was like, at first it was gonna be like Taco Bell, but we might.
Yeah. Fuck, marry, kill. McDonald's,
No.
Wendy's, Taco Bell.
Oh,
I'm going to marry McDonald's.
Wild choice.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to marry McDonald's. I'm going to fuck Wendy's. And I'm going to kill Taco Bell.
That's tough. I think I'm going to marry Taco Bell. I think I'm going to fuck Wendy's, and I'm going to kill McDonald's.
Same.
same order.
Awesome. Well, any more thoughts on fast food?
No,
When
that's
are
all
we
I got.
When are we going to get it?
Right.
Okay, mine is mine's not as lighthearted actually.
That's okay.
Hard hitting
That
for
was
the
our
end.
little appetizer. Now we need the meal.
Yeah. Ooh, are you hungry?
Yes. Can you tell?
Okay. I think everyone, to some extent, cares what other people think about them. You know, I think a lot of people are like, I don't care what people think about me, and I think that's very untrue in most cases.
Yeah.
I think everyone cares.
I agree. I think everyone will have their own percentage. You
Yeah.
might not care as much, but to a certain extent, you do care.
Oh,
yeah.
for
there's just-
sure.
Right? Like
You know, and some can care a little too much.
true.
There's that as well. But no, you care. Otherwise, I mean, are you even human?
Right.
Where'd you come from?
Yeah.
Then you're a psychopath.
Yeah.
Like I'm always so worried. Like if I made if I didn't perform well in a conversation, you know what I mean, or meeting someone.
Hence, people pleaser. I want to, make sure you're good.
Yeah.
Did I say that the right way? Or
Yeah.
of course. You know.
I want people to like me. I want people to think I'm funny. Every so often there's the one random Joe that doesn't like me, and I'm like, why?
Yeah.
You literally have no reason not to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that always gets me for a second, but then I have to remind myself it's a them problem. It's not me. So,
Not everyone is going to like you, but it's wait, but yeah, why?
yeah,
What did I do?
right.
Yeah, there are people's opinion that I don't care about for sure, but as far as everyone, no.
Mhm.
Because the
No, I
people's
need-
opinions, okay, because I don't care for you, your character, I don't like you. I have my opinion about you too. So
Yeah.
what you think of me, you're down here. So
Right, so you obviously don't like me because I don't like you.
Right.
That's really your only reason. Yeah,
So,
and that's valid.
Yeah.
But otherwise,
you
no.
don't like me for me, you. There's something wrong with you.
There's something wrong with you.
There's something wrong with you.
I love
That's
that.
it.
No, I agree. But if there are people like that, let us know because I would love to care less.
But then I think of people like your friend in Lebanon, Stephanie. She has that mentality, and it seems so genuine. I'm sure she would probably be like, "Oh no, I care a little bit,"
No,
but
she
she is
just-
so
yeah.
herself. Those people that are so themselves, so comfortable, and they're out there.
I love that we're talking about her on this. If she's,
Aw.
oh my gosh, she's amazing.
She seems like that person that's like, I don't give a fuck what people think about me.
no.
Well,
But-
people gravitate to those people who are. I feel like there are people that say, "I don't give a fuck what people think about me," but you're like, "I know you do."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there are people that are like, I don't give a fuck what people think about me. And you're like, wait, I kind of believe you.
She's like just the person like, this is who I am. You
Yeah.
accept it or you don't. But again, there's a certain percentage. Like if there's a problem, it's gonna bother her like any human being.
Right.
But she's so authentically like her. Like she
Yeah.
wants to dance, and we're on the beach. She's gonna dance,
Yeah.
and her husband's there. Like that's my wife.
Yeah.
Like it's just
I do love people like that.
Me too.
Even if they're like weird or out there, not saying that your friend is, but weird or
I love her for it.
out there just like nothing like me. If I get to know somebody who is just exactly who they are, like love that person.
Yeah.
I would put Herman in that category too. I feel like he's just like a weirdo and like does whatever and like he's not afraid to like
He's
dance.
authentically, yeah.
Yeah,
himself.
like people who are authentically themselves. I feel like that like people gravitate towards those people.
You feel like how genuine, and that's when I first met him, how genuine he is. And when you feel that, like it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is.
All
We're
right.
going to end on a positive message.
Yeah.
You know what? You guys go out there and be you.
Yeah.
Go out and vote and be you. All right. Well, Nia, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
It's kind of cool. I've been thinking about like the podcast in general. Like it's kind of like this is like a time capsule. So like maybe the podcast ends at some point. I hope it doesn't. But like it's going to live on for as long as these social platforms live, and it'll be really cool to look back at this.
Yeah.
However long from now, and you know what I mean. I
Yeah.
don't know. Had to get a little sentimental there.
I
But-
love it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for being
Thank
here.
you.
And
Like, comment, subscribe.
we'll catch you next week.
Bye.